Chris Stonebreaker here on the Court Report. I got my suit and tie on. I'm dressed up. And today we bring you 3 in the Key with National Basketball editor Jason Hickman, where he answers 3 questions that are high school boys basketball related. But before we bring in Jason Hickman, let me introduce you to my sidekick, Zachary Poff, or Zach Poff, either one.
I got my suit and tie on too, baby.
You do. You looking good today.
You know who doesn't have their suit and tie on? That's our national basketball editor, Jason Hickman, and we're going to do a little 3 in the Key. Jay, what's up, baby?
Hey, we got some big-time topics to get to, guys. Thanks for having me on. Let's get after it.
Looks like he does have his suit and tie on.
Yeah.
So, hey, Scotty, let's get to this week's 3 in the Key.
And Jason, we're going to begin with a question that I sometimes kind of find hard to believe that they're doing this so early. But Malik Newman, Mo Buckets.
Mo Buckets.
Yeah.
Mo Buckets.
An awesome, phenomenal high school player.
Yeah.
He's gotten everything a high school player has ever wanted to do on the hardwood.
Yeah.
You know, from state championships to scoring titles, gold medals. You'll talk
US,
about it
yeah.
all. But this last week, in a playoff game, he got his jersey retired. Do you think that was a little premature?
Chris, it really just kind of sounds like you're being a hater on this one. Absolutely. What more could this young man do? Going for his 4th consecutive state title, over 3,000 career points, MVP of international competitions, 2 gold medals. Why wait? Let's get it done. You know, if I'll say one thing, maybe do it on senior night, his last home game, a playoff game. It does seem, you know, a little bit unique, but absolutely. Malik Newman couldn't have done more during his high school career. And you know, one other thing, Chris, Malik could have gone on to Oak Hill Academy, could have gone to Finley Prep, but he stayed right there at Callaway High School in Jackson, Mississippi. And if all the folks around the state want to see him get his jersey retired, why not?
Well, that number 14 right there will be retired. It was early. You made your case.
He deserves it. Jay was spot on.
Spot on. The kid is a phenomenal high school basketball player. I respect him. I think he is unstoppable on the offensive side. Congratulations to Malik. I just didn't know exactly, you know, hey, he still has some games to play. Like, bring him back later on and be like, it's Malik Newman's.
He's going to be busy.
Yeah, I know he'll be busy, but he'll be able to come back to his hometown once. But good points, Jason, and congratulations, Malik. And
you know America loves when U.S. plays Canada. So last week, 2 American teams went up to Canada, played a little ball. Now, we're going to ask our Judge Hickman here, please deliver the verdict that the U.S. teams are claiming they were exhibitions. What's up with that?
Yeah, this is a tricky one, and I'm not going to pass too much judgment on Lyle Lemire, who's ranked in the top 25 this week, in St. Benedict's Prep, which has been kind of a bubble team. Seems like there was some miscommunication about whether this game was going to be an exhibition or, you know, on the books going in. But in the media business, you know, we say you're never off the record. Same thing with high school basketball. From November all the way to April, if you're playing the game and people are paying money to get in the door, then that game should be on the record. Maybe the bigger point, though, here is you go up to Ontario, Canada, and you better be taking it seriously. High school basketball there has arrived. Obviously, that province has produced the last 2 number 1 picks in the NBA draft. So no longer is this just a friendly exhibition trip where you're going to go up there and beat some Canadian team by 40 points. They're playing some very serious high school basketball in Ontario.
Yeah, you can't just go up there thinking that you're going to get a win anytime soon. So, last question, 3 in the Key. So we, of course, ask you 3 questions. So, last one is, we know about Kyler Murray being a stud on the football field and on the baseball diamond. And we know in the past we've had stars like Terrell Pryor that have been great football and basketball players. But now, this year, who do you see as the best football basketball player in the country?
Well, we'll go with a hot name. There's a lot of great candidates out there, but the guy I like right now that's kind of having the most impact of any of our nationally ranked teams, and that would be Soso Jamabo of Plano West. Of course, this young man, big-time 5-star running back prospect who famously committed to UCLA and signed there over the University of Phoenix and ITT Tech. Kind of eased his way into the basketball season, hasn't played a full schedule for the Wolves, but in their second-round playoff outing, this guy goes for 22 points and 7 rebounds, and they needed all of it to advance. That Texas 6A state tournament, what a beast. So they're going to be favored to go on and potentially win that thing, and Soso Jamaba will have to play a huge, huge part in that.
Man, hey, Jamaba, I mean, last year had over 40 touchdown runs, and the kid's averaging nearly 20 points a game. Hey, Jason, thanks for the great analysis and your time, brother.
Love it. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Man, Soso, though, any chance he might, mess
Play
around and, ball a little bit for Coach
do.
Alford?
We've seen it with players that do it at Oregon with Eric Armstead a few years ago, and but didn't get a lot of run on the basketball court.
I think when you're a 5-star recruit, you're going to be playing one sport.
Yeah. Focus on whatever you signed the scholarship for at the time, and go and be the best that you can.
Yeah, no doubt.
But for Zach Poff, Chris Stonebreaker, this was the Court Report. A special thanks goes out to Jason Hickman for joining us in 3 in the Key. And keep on clicking on to MaxPreps.com, America's source for high school sports.